Good morning. So we're dedicating the shiur Leilu Nishma Devora Fege Bat Shemuel, Ora Devora Bat Shemuel, Esther Rivka Bat Avraham, and Monica Bat Fani, Menachem Mendel Ben Hanan as well. Baruch Hashem Tenechem Began Aiden. How are you? Good to see you. So there is a very interesting point in this week's parasha. We have Yaakov and Esav, but then we have few pesukim that are very funny, not funny, but very strange. Vatamod Rachel, Rachel passed away. Vatikaver b'derech Efrata ibed Lachem. Until today, we know exactly where she's buried. And then the pasuk tells us, Vayi bishkon Yisrael ba'aretz ha'i. Once Yaakov Avinu was sitting over there in Eretz Yisrael, vayishkav. וילך ראובן וישכב את בילה פלגש אביו. Translation, Reuven went, and he went with Bilhah. Bilhah was the stepmother of Reuven. He went with Bilhah, וישמע ישראל. Yaakov Avinu heard that. And then the pasuk tells us, ויהיו בני יעקב 12. The sons of Yaakov, there were 12 kids. And obviously the Mefarshim are talking, they don't understand. First of all, how come Reuven is doing such an action? And more than that, what is the connection in between Bnei Yaakov Shnei Masar with Reuven? So we have already Rashi and all the Mefarshim that are saying the same idea. What's the idea? Be'emet bar minan chaz v'shalom to say that Reuven made a mistake. But in something he did a mistake. What was the mistake? Reuven saw how Yaakov Avinu, after the passing of Rachel, right, where he was supposed to live, in which house, together with who? With Leah. That's right. What did Yaakov? He went with Bilhah. So Reuven took the bed of Yaakov and he changed it and he put it inside the house of Leah. And the Torah tells us that at the level of Reuven doing such an action was considered bar minan, like he went with Bilhah. Why are you getting involved in the private issues of your father? Therefore, he did such a thing. And why the Torah is telling us v'yu b'nei Yaakov shnei masar? Just to tell you that at the end of the day, all of them are tzaddikim. Right? It's not that he made a terrible sin, but something wrong happened over here. That everybody knows, I believe. So yesterday, the Rosh Chodel gave us a beautiful chidush. He brought in the name of Rabbeinu Ephraim, one of the Rishonim. He says there is a different perush in this pasuk. Listen up. It says, Yaakov, Vayi bishkon Yisrael ba'aretz ha'i, Vayelech Reuven. Rachel passed away, and Yaakov went to live in the house of Bilhah. What did Reuven? He didn't change anything. He just stood up and he left. Like showing that he doesn't agree with the action of his dad. He didn't tell him anything. He didn't try to change anything. He just stood up and he left. Yes. Why he protested? Because Yaakov was going, not Reuven, because Yaakov was going with Bilhah. Then it says Rabbeinu Ephraim, Vayishma Yisrael. Yaakov Avinu heard that Reuven left, right? Vayu b'nei Yaakov shnei masar. What did Yaakov Avinu? He brought him back. He says, fine, you don't have to leave. We're going to arrange it. Don't worry, I'm going to change the bed in the house of Leah. That's the perush of Rabbeinu Ephraim. Rabbi, you know what that means, this perush? It's an unbelievable chidush. Unbelievable. What did Reuven? He just stood up and he protested. He didn't say a word. He just stood up and he left. But what can I tell you? That when you protest against Gadol Ador, Yaakov Avinu, more and more if it's your dad, And that's the way how you act, even without saying a word. The Torah considers like he did the terrible Avera that he went with his own stepmother. Why? Because also when you protest, we have to know how to protest. Also when you're coming and you want to say something, you have to know how to say it. There's how many people we see, unfortunately we see it in the shul, but not only in the shul, in family meetings. All of a sudden there's something that bothers us or bothers to somebody else. He stands up from the table and he leaves. In shul, the Gabbai didn't give him whatever he was expecting. Oh, yalla, I don't come here anymore. And Rabbeinu Ephraim is teaching us this type of behavior is Bar Minan considered in such a terrible way. Bar Minan like he went with his stepmother. Why is so delicate? Why we consider, I mean, it's just a protest. I'm just saying. What, I'm not allowed to say? Rabotai, I think I mentioned to you this Pelei Yoetz. There is a Pelei Yoetz. When I saw it, I was amazed. The Pelei Yoetz writes, every generation and generation will have mahloket in Am Yisrael in between Gedolei Hador. Every generation. And why there is mahloket in between the great rabbis? For what? What's the purpose? Says Rabbi Eliezer Papo in the Pelei Yoetz, to put us in a test. To see how we, the simple people, we're going to behave. This rabbi is going to say about the other one this, and the other one is going to say about the first one that, and now I want to hear you. Where are you going to put yourself? And says Pelei Yoetz, the Gedolei Hador, the kavanah is Hashem Shamayim. But our kavanah, it's not Hashem Shamayim. And this test is to see if Bar Minan, we're going to get, he's talking tough, you know the Pelei Yoetz. He's saying if Chaz v'Shalom, a person can get burned by putting himself in such a mahloket. And we see it until today. Every single place where you go, mahloket, in between shuls, in between communities, in between, this rabbi is saying about the other one. And the whole point is just to see how me and you, we're going to react. Why I'm touching this topic? Because Rabotai, whoever opened his eyes, what happened this week, we have to ask ourselves what's going on. How many problems and tragedies only over here in Jersey City. Terrible case. And then we ask ourselves, what's going on? Why so many actions of anti-Semitic actions is going on over here in the U.S.? We were secured. Rabotai, if there is mahloket in between us, if we're not acting by united ourselves, we have no protection. And then whatever nation can come and can do whatever it wants. And I'm not talking only about what happened in Jersey City. Open the eyes, listen up what's going on in Eretz Israel. How much mahloket. Listen up how much mahloket is going in between us. Lashon hara is going and it's running all over. We have to be careful. That's what the pasuk is teaching us. Even though Reuven just stood up and he left, and he shows that he doesn't agree with his dad. I just want to teach you, and not agreeing and acting, doing an action, it's already considered like Bar Minan, he went with his stepmother. One more chidush, Rabotai, if we can say. Yaakov Avinu finally meets with his brother Esav. And we see the pasuk, right? What is the pasuk teaching us? The pasuk tells us, Esav saw Yaakov and he ran to him. By the way, just to understand, Vayishlach Yaakov Malachim, there is few perushim, what is Malachim? Yeah? Some of them are saying Malachim Mamash, angels. So the Mefarshim are asking, why you have to send an angel? You cannot send a regular person? You have to send an angel? Say Chachamim, you know what that means? Yaakov Avinu had to send an angel because he wanted to know exactly if it is Ahi or Esav? If this guy that is about to come, he changed his ways and right now he's my brother and he's looking for peace, or he wants to attack me. נכון?
He wanted to know the intentions.
יפה. And the intentions only an angel can know. So the angels came and they told him, הנה, how is the pasuk writing over there? הנה, אחיך. יפה. Esav. He says, what Esav? The Malachim told Yaakov Avinu, he's not your brother. What he wants is to exterminate you. And that's why Yaakov Avinu was scared, hearing from the Malachim that he's coming really to kill up Yaakov and his family. And we all know what happened in that moment, right? Comes Esav and he runs to Yaakov, he hugged him, he kissed him, and he cried. Said the Mefarshim, why he cried? Why he cried? That he wanted really to kiss him or not? The answer is, he did both of the things. He wanted to bite him and in the neck and to kill him. When the shekehu, and they have the kudot on the top.
Yes.
Why? To teach you that really wanted to bite him and to kill him. And what happened was, all the teeth of Esav fell. Okay? Now, Rabotai, what? All the teeth of Esav fell? The Midrash writes, all of the teeth from the beginning till the end, they fell.
Good.
Good. The question is, why Hashem punished in such a way? Why dafka with the teeth? Chazak. The Pasuk writes, Shinei Reshaim Shibarta. Yeah, the teeth of the Reshaim, God, you're going to break. Rabotai, comes Yaakov, and he says to Esav, listen, let's try to be together, let's try to get unified, and everything was amazing. And you see how Esav is being nice to Yaakov all of a sudden. And then Esav tells Yaakov, you know what, Ahi, let's go together. Let's go back together. And what is Yaakov telling Esav? Huh? Esav and Elecha, how is the pasuk over there? That writes that Yaakov is telling Esav, you know what, you know that my kids are little. Yeah, and the bar minan they can get killed. Yalla, you go first and I go afterwards. And Esav is insisting, no, come with me. And Yaakov Avinu is being tough, and he tells him, no, I'm not going with you. You have it? המלאכה ולרגל הילדים. יפה. ויאמר עשיו, right? Esav tells Yaakov, אציג עיני עמך מן העם אשר איתי. Let me show you the people that I have. ויאמר, למה זה אמצא חן בעיני אדוני? Why you want to be my friend? I don't want to be your friend. Ya Habibi, 1 second, a few minutes ago you were saying, I want to talk nice to you. All of a sudden, you throw him you tell him, لما זה אמצא חן בעיני אדוני? For why do you want to be nice with me? I don't want to be nice with you. Rabotai, the answer is very simple. We have to understand that whatever parasha is coming to teach us applies until today. Every pasuk applies until today. Say Chachamim, Esav and Yaakov, whatever happened with them is going to happen with us before Mashiach's arrival. What? Esav will come to exterminate Yaakov. He's going to do all what he have. He's going to come with 400 ish imo. And then he's going to realize that he cannot do it. So he's going to try with another way. You want to know the other way? What's the other way? That's a worst way. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. You know what? Come with me. We're going to go together. I'm going to show you my people. Let's be neighbors. Let's live in the same mentality. You know, we're approaching Hanukkah, and unfortunately when I was a child, Hanukkah, unfortunately in Israel, they used to have pictures of what was the Maccabim. And comics like that, saying the whole story. And what was the end of the story? You see the Maccabim standing with muscles, with, they won the war. And until today, unfortunately, in the non-religious schools, they teach the kids that the Maccabim were heroes. Habibi, that's exactly against the whole story of Hanukkah. What is the whole story of Hanukkah coming to teach us? Yavan, the Greeks, were the sign of Olam Hazeh, the body, intellectual things, the fashion. And that's the way how the Yevanim wanted to destroy us.
Did they have tattoo then?
Whatever you want, they had. And guess what? The story repeats itself. And whatever happened back then with the Yevanim is happening today with America over here. We're having hundreds of thousands of Jews that are getting into marriage with Goyim. And all of this, why? Because the Goy opens up himself, Yalla, let's be friends. Let's be friends. And unfortunately, he's getting it. And we're getting trapped. Says the Pasuk, what is supposed to be our answer? What is supposed to be our answer? Yeah, like Yaakov said, "Lamma zem tzachayim b'nei Adoni." I don't want to be nice, in your eyes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm not looking to be close to the Goy, because at the end of the day, that's the way of Esav to control us. Rabotai, if we just realize what we just spoke, there are 2 points over here. That is the reason why so many tragedies are happening in Am Yisrael. Reason number 1, a monk of unity. Reason number 1, people are acting, protesting, saying things, even when we don't understand. If you don't understand, keep it quiet. Don't get involved into fights. Number 1, monk of unity. And number 2, too much unity with the Goyim. Too much looking like them, wearing like them, acting like them, same music, same names. Am Yisrael in Mitzrayim. They got out from Egypt only because lo shinu et levusham, lo shinu et shemam. They didn't change their names. They didn't change their garments. They were known as Jews. They were looking at them. He is a Jewish guy. And the Shonam as well, their language. And today, I don't know, you walk on the street, you have no clue who is Jewish and who is not, unfortunately. And all of this is causing, like Yaakov, like Yitzhak Avinu told Yaakov last week's parasha, Akol kol Yaakov vayadayim yedei Esav, says the Gemara. Akol kol Yaakov, when the voice is the voice of Yaakov Avinu, when Am Yisrael is stick to his roots, to the Judaism, and yadayim yedei Esav, the hands of Esav cannot touch him. But if there is no Kol Yaakov, if Am Yisrael is trying to be like the Goyim, then you think that you're going to be more friends, then Ayadayim Yedei Esav Barminan. Then the hands of Esav can damage Am Yisrael. Let's try to reinforce also in unity, and at the same time to know I am Yehudi, and I have my own path that I have to go in. And once I go in my path, there is going to be protection to Am Yisrael. Baruch Adonai Le'olam.